Good morning, everybody. My name is Sandra Long, and I am the Conditional Use Hearing Officer for the City of St. Louis, excuse me, who will be conducting today's scheduled hearing. Catherine Neiman is along with my colleagues, this is a different one, Catherine Neiman. In addition, Samaya Rocket Morgan is here with us acting as secretary for the hearing. We are recording these hearings as a permanent record, and we ask that you remain on mute if you are not giving testimony. If you are calling by phone, it is *6 to mute and unmute. If multiple people are sharing a screen, we ask that only one person speak at a time, and please restrain from side conversations during an individual's testimony. These requests are made so we can accurately record the information and hear from those giving testimony. When each address is called by Ms. Samaya Rocket Morgan, I ask that the applicant or representative, indicate you are present. I will then ask for you to state your name and your address for the record. After a time of questions with the applicant, I will call for testimony from any persons in favor of the application. Then I will ask for testimony from any persons in opposition to the application. Following today's hearing, our office will make a recommendation to the Board of Public Service, which is a separate department here at the city. They will make the final determination, as no decision will be made here today. It'll take about 2 weeks to get your decision. Therefore, you are welcome to leave the call or stay and listen. The Board of Public Service will notify the applicant by mail regarding the findings of your conditional use permit. Samaya, will you please read the first case?
826 Union Boulevard, ALP 11773.4 District Adult Daycare Center, LLC, Adult Daycare, 20 adults, no cookies, C, Multiple Family Dwelling District, Ward 10.
Is there anyone here today to represent this application?
Yes, Alicia Mitchell.
Can we have your mailing address?
My mailing address is 826 Union Boulevard, St. Louis, Missouri. I'm sorry, I don't know if I kind of went out. St. Louis, Missouri, 63108.
What is the age range of the adults you plan to look after?
The ages are between 18 and 63.
How many adults will you be caring for?
I will be caring from 15 to 20 adults.
They be elderly individuals. Well, I guess you already answered that by the age range. Okay, so what would qualify the adults that you'll be caring for? What would qualify them to need daycare services?
They have to be disabled or elderly. They have to need care. Like if someone is working, a loved one is working, and can't provide for them to be at home. So we will care for them while their loved ones are working, and a period of up to 10 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Okay. How many employees will you have?
I have 6 employees.
Then how many per shift? Is it also 6 employees per shift, or?
It's 3 employees per shift.
Okay.
According to the state, my CNAs can take up to 6 clients apiece.
Okay, that's my next question. If any of the staff will have licensing or certifications to administer medicine?
Yes, they are. I have a nurse as well. She will be the one that's passing the medication. I'm sorry, I have a total of 7 employees because I have to include my nurse and my secretary, 8 altogether. I have a nurse who have her own private area who assists with their medication and things like that. I have trained CNAs who will do their vital signs daily, make sure they eat. One of my CNAs, she's also an activity director, so she will be doing both CNA work and activity direction. Direct.
Okay. I know you mentioned 10 hours a day for 5 days a week, but what are the exact hours of operation? Is it like a 7 to 7 or?
7 to 7. And because we want to give the people time enough to pick up their loved ones. Because I don't want to do 7 to 5 because someone might be running late to pick up their loved ones. So we do 7 to 7.
Monday through Friday, just to clarify.
I'm sorry.
Monday through Friday, just to clarify.
Yes, ma'am. We're not open on Saturdays and Sundays.
What activities will the adults do during that time?
We would be doing crafting, music, basically whatever they want to do. I have a list, and I let them choose exactly what they want to do. We do once a week outings. They might want to go to Walmart or something like that, or we might take them out to eat. So once a week we will do outings. I do have public transport. I do have transportation for them as well. I have a van. So because we have to offer them transportation for those who can't pick up their loved ones. So we have to pick them up for them and drop them off at home. So we would do different type of things. We have a theater inside the church. So we would do plays. It's so many different ideas that we came up with to do with the people. We make sure they do exercise. It's a lot. It's a lot of things that we just have together for them to do, draw pictures, paint, whatever that they want to do.
Okay. Thank you. Is the building ADA accessible?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Will you guys have a commercial kitchen or more of an area to like heat up meals?
Yeah, we have Wheels on Meals. They will deliver their meals.
So no commercial kitchen.
No, we're not part of the KitchenAid. They have it in there, but we don't use it.
Okay.
Probably just a warm up food or something, but other than that. Mm-mm.
One of the questions is, will the adults be mentally coherent enough to take breaks or go outside without overseers, or will they need constant supervision?
Those that can go outside on their own, because we don't have to basically watch them. But me being me, and I'm a nurse already, so I like for one of my employees to always go out there and be with one of the adults at all times to make sure everyone is okay. Because you have smokers, and I don't want no one setting nothing on fire or burning themselves in no kind of way. So we have a designated area where the smokers will sit and smoke their cigarettes or whatever. But I want to employ with all my people at all times.
How many exits does the building have?
1, 2, 3, 3.
You have a commercial dumpster.
Yes, we do.
Have you had any health or safety inspections done?
Yes, I have.
Do you plan on posting any signage on the building?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure you're aware, but just so it's on record, make sure that that's a sign permit is submitted to the building division.
Okay, I sure will.
We do have a letter of support from the alderwoman of the 10th ward on file, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yes, from Alderwoman Shameen Clark Hubbard. These are just two questions we ask everyone. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
Can you repeat that one more time? I'm sorry.
Okay. These are just standard questions. So will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
Basically, general welfare.
And will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
No,
All right, thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
no, I thank you guys very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone here today on the call in support of the application? Is there anyone on the call opposed to the application? All right, thank you so much for calling hearing heard. Samaya, will you please read the next?
Thank you.
Thanks.
2632 Arsenal, AB 58346624, Cafe and Mimosa Bar, F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 7.
Is there anyone here today to represent this application?
Stephen Floor from STL Urban Properties, 4048 Nebraska Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63118.
Thank you. How many square feet is the building?
Well, we're proposing to build the building. And our architect would know that. I'm not sure she's here.
Yes, I'm on the line.
Yeah, I thought she was here.
Let's see. We're looking at 545 square feet. My name is Tracy Collins with Formwork Architecture. Mailing address is 862 Greeley Avenue, 63119.
Come back to you, Tracy, okay?
Okay.
Do you know approximately how many people the cafe will accommodate?
We don't plan on having many people sitting in the cafe. It's mostly going to be a to-go place, but there will be a few seats.
Okay, how many seats?
Boy, I don't know if we've actually measured that out yet, but no more than the square footage would allow.
So no more than occupant load.
Right. I'm sure there's regulations on that. We haven't looked into it yet.
Yeah, and that's something that the architect can look at too, the occupant load based on the square feet. Will you serve anything in addition to coffee?
Yes, we plan on having mimosas and probably some things that go along with mimosas.
Like bakery items or?
Right. Yes, thank you. I couldn't think of the word.
That's okay. Will any of the coffees contain alcohol? I know you mentioned mimosas, but will any of the coffees contain like Bailey's, hard liquor?
That certainly is contemplated, yes.
Are you doing full package liquor?
No,
What is your liquor license for?
well, we have to apply for one. We haven't done that yet because we haven't built the building. We're going one step at a time, which is first getting the building built.
Okay.
Do you know how many employees you plan to have?
We would probably first do it ourselves, and then we don't believe we would have more than 2 or 3 employees. It's a pretty small place.
Is there any off-street parking or is it mostly just street parking?
There is only street parking.
Okay. At this time, do you know or have you thought about the days and hours you'll operate?
We've thought about it. It is a business which everyone kind of depends upon their business as to how often they stay open these days. But our hope would be to be open from Thursday through Sunday initially. And the hours would be from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m.
Okay. Do you plan on having a commercial dumpster in the back?
Yes, we will need to probably alter our plan so we can have a pad built for the dumpster.
So I know you're building the building, but do you plan on making it ADA accessible?
Yes,
Okay. And then do you or the architect know how many exits the building will have?
I believe it's two, but Tracy, is that?
Yes, there's two doors. I'm not sure if I should chime in here or not, so I've been
Yeah.
quiet,
That's
but
fine. That's fine.
Well, if I say something wrong, Tracy, correct me.
yeah.
Yeah, Tracy, feel free to chime in. I have two
Okay.
exits written down. Does the proposed building have any plans for an outside walk-up window? I'm assuming no to a drive-through, but is there a walk-up window in the proposal?
No,
Okay, and then in the future, do you plan on posting any signage on or around the building?
yes,
Okay. Do you plan on having any outdoor seating?
no,
And I'm assuming you have not had any inspections done yet since the building's not built.
correct.
Have you reached out to your alderperson or neighborhood association?
I know we've contacted neighbors to see if there's any objections, but beyond that, I am not sure.
Okay. We do have a letter of opposition that we received from a neighbor. Just so you're aware.
Thank you.
These are two questions we ask everyone. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No,
And will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering or impairing property values?
no,
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
I have nothing to add.
Tracy,
I
anything?
just wanted to give some context on the building.
Sure.
We think that this building was built in 1882, and it's been in disrepair for a long time. And when the owner got in and tried to revive the building, the ivy that was on the side of the building had grown into the mortar joints of the brick. So when they were attempting to take that ivy away from the building, the wall collapsed and this building was demolished because of that. It was just in such bad shape. So our goal was just to rebuild the building exactly as it was before. So it'll be brick, it'll be the same size, the same shape, elevations, everything will be the same as it was before. We just want to recreate what was there. It was unintentionally demolished.
Thank you. Anything else either of you would like to add?
No, ma'am.
Okay. We are gonna ask now if there's anyone on the call that's in support of the application. Okay, and then next, we're gonna ask if there's anyone on the call opposed to the application.
Yes.
What's your name and mailing address?
My name is Jake Lionfields. I represent the Gravois Jefferson Development Review Committee. Would you like me to give the address for the Dutchtown South Community Corporation or my personal address?
Wherever you receive mail.
Okay. 4204 Virginia Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63111.
Okay, and what would you like to add?
Yeah, I have a letter here from our Development Review Committee Chair, Violet Hoekzema. And it's not very long, but it just says, to whom it may concern, the Gravois Jefferson Historic Neighborhoods Plans Development Review Committee expresses its opposition to the Conditional Use Board, recommending to the Board of Public Service that the current plans related to AB 583-466-24 at address 2632 Arsenal be approved. The DRC is a 13-member resident-led committee that reviews and provides feedback for development projects within the footprint of the Gravois-Jefferson Historic Neighborhoods Plan. We seek to advance the community's voice in neighborhood development. We serve as the stewards of the Gravois-Jefferson Historic Neighborhoods Plan, and the plan sets out a vision for Park West, Gravois, and Gravois, the northeast portion of the Dutchtown neighborhood. Additionally, the plan covers a wide range of topics so that our communities can grow holistically, from economic development to land use issues to social services, parks, open spaces, and much more. Our vision is to build an accessible, sustainable, inclusive set of neighborhoods where families and individuals thrive in diverse and historically rich, engaged communities. We do not ride today to categorically oppose any proposal for 2632 Arsenal Street. Rather, because the DRC strives to review all commercial, industrial, institutional, LRA, and mixed-use developments, as well as multi-unit residential developments seeking public funding or a zoning variance within the Gravois-Jefferson footprint, we instead are inviting the developer associated with this project to submit an application and scorecard for review by the DRC. If the DRC finds that the project is in alignment with the Gravois-Jefferson Historic Neighborhoods Plan, then we will provide the developer with a letter of support to submit with any applications to the City of St. Louis or State of Missouri. The process, once an application and scorecard have been completed and submitted, is for the Dutchtown South Community Corporation staff to review and score the materials before passing them along to the DRC. Then the developer will be invited to join the DRC at our next meeting, where the DRC will ask questions and vote on whether to provide project support. More information can be found on the gravoisjeffersonplanning.org website. The last thing we'll say is we appreciate the Conditional Use Board's time and consideration in receiving this letter and evaluating our request to delay a vote approving plans related to AB 583-466-24 at address 2632 Arsenal. Sincerely, Violet.
Okay. Stephen, are you open to meeting with that organization?
I'm not against it. We were not aware that there was such an organization, well, number one, but I'm not really sure I need to bend and kiss the ring.
Okay. Jake, would you be able to put your contact information of the organizations into the chat, or so Stephen's aware of how to contact you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll put the link to our website so that we can he can contact us through that way. The information will be listed.
Okay. Stephen, are you able to look in the chat to see and contact them if you like?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Knows that letter too.
And I will note I don't know if this impacts anything with the process, but this building will not be changing. It's been staying there since 1880s. And we're just going to be reconstructing it exactly as it was. So no design changes or anything like that.
Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, so two things. One, I can't access the chat. It says it's disabled, so I can't drop the link. So if that could be addressed. And then Tracy, to respond to your comment, we appreciate that clarification. And we appreciate Mr. Fleur's not being against engaging the DRC. Even with the specifications that you mentioned, Tracy, it would still fall within the DRC's purview to review that.
Okay.
And considering whether to write a letter in support or opposition.
You guys,
I don't see the
Okay.
chat's changed.
Yeah, we're working on
Go
that.
ahead and speak. Sorry, if you just go ahead and speak your website, I can write it down. I have a pen in my hand.
Yes, sir. It's Gravois. Oh, perfect. It changed. So I'll drop it here.
Oh, okay. Now I see it. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, Jake, if you could also email the letter that was written by Violet. We have our email address in the chat as well. That'd be great.
Yeah, I will do that momentarily.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone here, or is there anyone else on the call today opposed to the application?
.org.
And Stephen, we'll leave the chat open so you'll be able to access that link.
Catherine, you had noted that there was another letter in opposition of the project.
Yes.
Would we be able to see that, or how is that?
Sure.
Shared?
Is that something that we can
So
email
we
them?
call our office after.
Can you put the office number? Well, we're gonna drop our office number into the chat, and if you'd like to call us after the hearing, we can provide that letter to you.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, Anthony, you have your hand raised.
Yeah, I just want to say in support, I've known Stephen for about 10 years. He's a wonderful member of the community. And the fact that they want to put back the same building is historically appropriate. And I think exactly what the city of St. Louis should be looking for. The fact that anyone's here opposing it is kind of making my stomach churn. So I just wanted to voice some support for Stephen and what he's doing down there.
Okay, thanks, Anthony. Are you able to provide a mailing address for the record?
Sure.
Okay, what's that?
5035 Lindell Boulevard, St. Louis, Missouri, 63108.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone else on the call today, either in support or opposition? Okay, we call this hearing heard. Thank you very much. Samaya, will you please read the next appeal number? Or
4214 South Broadway Street, AB 583382, interior alterations per plans for convenience store with packaged liquor at Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 8.
okay, is there anyone here today on the call to represent this application?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thanks. Can we have your name and mailing address, please?
My name is Ibrahim Abdullah. Mailing address 6624 Fox Creek Drive, Edwardsville, Illinois, 62025.
Okay. How large is the building? You know how many square feet?
2,500 square feet.
Okay, thank you. How many, what items will you sell at the convenience store?
Well, we're gonna sell everything as a convenient items, which is beverage, snacks. We have full kitchen, and we have a lot of food, groceries, and some chips and soda and drink and water at convenience stores.
Okay. And when you say full kitchen, do you mean, is that a commercial kitchen?
Yes, ma'am. We have a 10-foot commercial kitchen. We apply for it. We already finished it. We already get the permit for that. And 2 fryers, 1 flat grill, and 4 burners. So all that in the process to finish it.
Okay. Then do you plan on selling liquor?
No, actually, we just I talked to Miss Sandy last time, and we're not gonna sell liquor at this time. No, ma'am, we're not.
Okay, so you're taking liquor, full package off
Yes,
the application?
absolutely, yes, ma'am. At this time, we're not gonna apply for liquor. No, ma'am.
Is there an ATM or vending machine outside the building?
Not outside. Inside, yes, we will.
Okay. Will there be any other uses in the building besides a convenience store? So for example, is there a sit down area? Is there a carry out spot?
No, ma'am. We have no sit down area at all. Everything will be carry out. Will be like in and out.
Okay. And then do you know your hours in operation?
Absolutely. We at this time we're gonna open 8 to 10, 5 business days, and the weekend we open 8 to 12.
Okay, so Monday through Friday is 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Is that correct?
That's correct. And Saturday and Sunday, Friday and Saturday, we're gonna open 8 to 12 for winter time. Yes.
Friday through Sunday. So could you repeat that? Sorry.
Friday, Saturday, 8 to 12.
The weekend, ma'am, is basically Friday and Saturday. We open 8 to 12. On Sunday, we start 8 to 10.
All right. And then Monday through Thursday is also 8 to 10, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. How many employees do you have?
We're gonna have 8 employee total for a shift. Include me, I will be same things, whatever needed in time. It'll be 9 employees.
How many parking spaces do you have?
We have almost about 40 parking, at least 40. And the landlord, he allowed me to have more parking as in the front of the building. It's a huge parking in the front of the building.
Do you have an area in the back for shipping and receiving?
We have area shipping and receiving, but everything is going to be in front door. We have 2 doors actually, 36-inch each, which is 72 inches wide, open wide. So the shipping is going to be front door.
Okay. Do you or the landlord have any surveillance cameras installed on the building?
I have 16 surveillance cameras, which is 4 outside, and inside we're going to have basically the rest of them. So 12 inside and 4 outside, include in the back too, as well, the back of the building.
Do you guys have a commercial dumpster?
Absolutely. I have 6-yard commercial dumpster. It's going to come next week, first of the month, and we will keep it closed all the time and maintain the area clean and nice and clean all the time.
Now, I know you said you're taking alcohol off the application. For the record, though, I still have to read this paragraph. So just listen and then let me know afterwards if you plan on selling any of the items I mentioned, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
There shall be no sale of items that can be used or intended for use as drug paraphernalia as defined in Ordinance 68404 or its successor ordinances, including but not limited to food scales, glass tubes, disposable lighters with pop-off tops, steel scrubbing pads and screens, rolling papers, pseudoephedrine, diet supplements, sleep aids, bath salts, or other substitutes for illegal drugs. In addition, there shall be no sale of cigars or cigarillos commonly used or adapted for the use involving a controlled substance, examples of which include but are not limited to the following: Dutch Masters, White Owl, Swisher Sweets, Backwoods, and Garcia y Vega. Do you plan on selling any of those items?
No, ma'am, no. We're going to have just cigarettes. Cigarette like tobacco cigarette, basically.
Okay, all in original packaging?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Do you plan on posting, or there might already be signage outside the building?
Say one more time, please.
Because you guys are already operating out of the space. I'm assuming you already have permitted signs on the building, correct?
Yes, but not yet. I'm going to apply for permit sign. I don't
Okay.
have sign right here.
Okay.
No, that's great.
Have you reached out to your neighborhood association or alderperson for their support?
Yes, ma'am. I talked to neighborhood association for Pleasant neighborhood, and they support my project. And I have a letter I submitted with Miss Sandra. So I think you might have it, or Miss Sandra, I'm sure with you, Miss Long.
Yeah, we do have the letter of support from the neighborhood association on file, so thank you.
Thank you.
And then these are just 2 questions we've been asking everyone. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No, ma'am, no.
And then will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or impairing property values?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to add today?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone on the call
Thank you.
today in support of the application? Is there anyone opposed to the application?
Yes, I am opposed to the application.
Okay. For convenience store 4214 South Broadway.
Correct.
Can we have your name and mailing address?
Name is Norman Abbott, and the mailing address is 4232 South Broadway, St. Louis, Missouri, 63111.
Okay, and what would you like to add?
I have a restaurant on the same property, and there is 2 other restaurants there. This business never had a kitchen. They just built it recently. It was a convenience store only. I believe this business will be detrimental to my business as well as the neighborhood. The convenience store always had problems, always had a bad element. They had many break-ins, many car crashes into the building. I'm sure there would have been more opposition to this if there was a notice posted, but there was not any. And I had talked to the landlord, and the landlord said that he had only given permission for a convenience store, and they decided to build a kitchen in there, and they want to do more stuff than a kitchen. So yes, I'm opposed to it.
Okay, the notice was posted outside the property.
There was no notice. We did not see a notice on the property. I just took the information because it was a concerning thing to me.
Okay, well, we do have photos that the notice was posted, so if that was taken down after the fact, but I do have photos of the post dates that were put up. Is there anyone else on the call in opposition? Okay, we called a hearing heard. Samaya, will you please read the next address?
53 South Broadway, AB 581590 Gas Mart, interior and exterior alterations to existing gas stations, add cooking, App Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 8.
Do I have anybody here in support representing this application?
Yes, I am.
May I have your name and address, please?
Albert Anderson, 8725 Clifton Avenue, Jennings, Missouri, 63136.
Are you the owner of the property?
No,
The owner of the business?
no.
Is the owner of the business here?
Representative of the owner here.
Excuse me?
A representative of the owner is here, Tahani.
Who's going to be answering questions about the business? Is this you or the owner?
It depends on the question.
I can only take it one at a time. Okay. You want to explain briefly what you're applying to do here today?
It is an existing gas station and convenience store. They are just expanding the store, making it bigger, and putting a new kitchen in for serving foods and stuff.
Do you serve liquor there now?
I'm not sure, Tahani.
I can only take testimony
I'm
from
sorry.
one
I'm
person at a
sorry.
time.
I don't think they serve. I don't think so.
How large is the building going to be after the expansion?
Roughly 2,500, 2,600 square feet.
What kind of stuff do they sell?
Potato chips, candy. I think they have some household items, maybe like paper towels and tissue, and maybe some automobile items like oil and transmission fluid, cigarettes. Um, I mean, that's about it, I think.
And you don't know if they sell liquor.
I don't know if they serve liquor or not.
Is there an ATM or vending machine outside?
Inside, I believe, it's inside.
Okay. Is there any other uses in the building besides a convenience store?
No, ma'am.
Like, but they're planning on doing a
Besides gas, of course.
deli.
I'm sorry, say it again.
They're putting in a deli.
Yes.
What's the hours of operation?
That I don't.
You don't know?
No, ma'am.
How many employees do they have altogether?
I don't know that either.
How many parking spaces are there?
One second, I'm pulling up.
If you don't know, I can just bring the owner on.
It's 14.
Is there an area for shipping and receiving?
I think it's in the rear. Yes, it is.
Is there exterior lighting and surveillance cameras?
That I don't know. I know there's lighting, security camera.
How do they dispose of trash?
We're designing a trash enclosure in the rear and gates to open to it.
So I'm going to go ahead and call the Is there anything else you want to add before I call the owner up?
No, ma'am, that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
May I have the owner of the gas station?
Yes. Hi,
Who am I speaking with?
Tahani Jabbar.
Okay. All right, Tahani, can I'm going to ask you these questions that we went over that Mr. Anderson didn't know about, okay?
No
Are you
worries.
selling alcohol?
No, not at this location.
And how many employees do you have?
There are currently 4.
Excuse me? I didn't catch that.
4.
4, okay. How many per shift?
Depends on the day. Sometimes there's 1 or 2.
So when you're expanding and adding cooking, are you going to be adding more employees?
Yes, we're going to have to add an employee in the kitchen. So there will always have to be 2 people on shift, no matter what.
Okay. And what are your hours of operation?
Currently 6 a.m. to midnight.
Is that every day?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have cameras installed inside and outside?
Yes.
Do you make them available for officers if they need them?
Yes, they're available all the time.
Okay. We discourage the sale of items that are intended for use as drug paraphernalia. So I'm going to read this to you and tell me if you have a problem with it, okay? There shall be no sale of items that can be used or intended for use as drug paraphernalia as defined in Ordinance 68404 or its successor ordinances, included but not limited to food scales, glass tubes, disposable lighters with pop-off tops, steel scrubbing pads and screens, rolling paper, ephedrine or pseudoephedrine, diet supplements, sleep aids, bath salts, or other substitutes for illegal drugs. In addition, there shall be no sale of cigars or cigarillos commonly used or adapted for use involving a controlled substance, examples of which include but are not limited to the following: Phillies, Dutch Masters, White Owls, Swisher Sweets, Splitterillos, Backwoods, Actima, Garcia Vega, and Game. Are you selling any of those products?
No, we don't sell any of that.
You don't sell cigars?
No, not from my understanding.
Okay. Are you installing any new signs with the cooking?
Not currently, no. We don't plan on putting any extra signs. Whatever's out there is going to stay out there.
If you do, make sure you get it permitted through the city, okay?
Okay.
Have you reached out to your alderman or neighborhood association for their support for this?
Not on this project, since it's just an expansion of the business.
Okay. So will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No, it will not be.
Okay. Will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
No.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay, thank you for your testimony. Is there anyone else here in support of this application that wants to speak? Is there anyone opposed to this application that wants to speak? Okay, we'll call this hearing heard. Tamaya, will you please read the next case?
2708 South Jefferson, AB 582364, Bank of America. Exterior alterations for drive-up ATM for Plans F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 8.
Is there anybody here representing Bank of America? Okay, we'll move that after this one and see if they show up. Maya, will you please read the next case?
5231 Southwest Avenue, AB 583729, Fazio Construct, parking lot for Plans F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 5.
Is there anybody here representing this application?
Yes, Vito Pavazza, 5201 Southwest Avenue.
You want to tell us a little bit of what you're planning to do here?
We have a lot. There's three doors up from the restaurant. We're planning on putting in a parking lot. That'll be just for employees. I'm trying to get some of the free up spaces on the regular lot for customers. This way to create more spaces for the neighbors in the community.
How big's the lot going to be?
Like 26 spaces, I believe.
And it's just for your employees?
Yes.
Okay. So this is on a different parcel of land than yours, right?
Yes.
Across the street? Okay.
It's like I believe it's 3 doors up.
So you got 26 spaces. How many are handicapped, do you know?
None.
So city regulation requires 1 handicap space. So you need to put 1 in.
Okay.
There.
I mean, I can make it handy. And we haven't built it yet, so it's just going to be built. I can make one, but it's just for my employees.
City zoning code is 1 spot for every 25 spaces. So.
Okay.
What material are you going to be using?
Asphalt.
Okay. Will it be graded to allow sufficient runoff of stormwater?
Yes. I had the architect, Dan Passanisi, got all the plans ready. We had a survey done and they got all the water. And I turned everything into the city for the regulations.
Okay, how many exits will it have? Entrances, exit?
One,
Okay. Will it be illuminated?
currently. Yes, I already contacted Ameren and they're in the process of lighting the whole area once I get the permit issued.
Okay. Have you reached out to your alderman or neighborhood association?
Yes, you should have a letter from Alderman Valmer, and HBA Association is already behind, is also behind it. And I went door to door for all the neighbors right behind the lot, and I actually handed them a letter with my phone number and then talked to 4 of the 6 that are right behind the proposed lot. And they were all in favor of it.
Okay, so I don't have that letter from Alderman Balmer. If you want to, there's a email in the chat if you want to drop it in the email to us.
Okay. He told me he's gonna send it over. I got a copy of it. I can send it over. Sure.
Okay, we may have it, and it's just not in your file. Will
Okay.
the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
Not at all.
Will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
No.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No, not really.
Okay, well, thank you for your testimony. Is
Okay.
there anyone here in favor of this application that would like to speak? Is there anyone opposed to this application that would like to speak? Okay, we'll call this hearing closed. Thank you. Is there anyone here for
Thank you.
South? Thank you. Have a good day. Is there anyone here for South Jefferson? I know I had people that would you like to go ahead and testify in opposition for it, or do you want to wait until the applicant shows up? Okay, well, we'll call this hearing heard and we'll reschedule South Jefferson.